All the glory, all the praise goes to Father Yahweh, Son Yahweh ben Yahweh, the seven archangels, and the 400 million sign angel, Barakatah, hallelujah. King YAH'S, aka YAH'S, on this so-called Thursday, September 15, 2022. And all poetry I did earlier, on all poetry I did a poem called Stop Crying About Your Problems. Go check that out on allpoetry.com under King YAH'S. Stop crying about your problems and stuff. That's talking about the worldly people, not the 1/3, not the ones that's in the real truth, not the ones that's spiritual, and not righteous men and stuff, not women that trying to get it as well. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about the majority, the 90% of the clown world, them type of idiots, the Walking Dead, the zombie apocalypse type of individuals and stuff like that. So get that and stuff and take it, rewind it back. So yeah. I'm gonna talk about the title I'm live, and the title is called My Homeless Life and stuff, and I might be brief with it. I might cause I know how it is to be homeless and stuff, because I've been homeless a few times before. And I talked about this story in my old poetry called Homelessness in the Hood and stuff. Oh yeah, you talking about a welfare child. I could say somewhat I lived in a single mama household and stuff, but I had a father figure. I had a dad in the house, but he wasn't really there for me like he was with my brothers and sisters. But he did what he had to do as a man to he taught me the most important things, I put it that way. I ain't gonna go into detail, but yeah, I kinda had male influence around, and grew up with a bunch of players and pimps and somewhat pimps, players and hustlers and gang members and stuff like that, gang bangers and street thugs and people. That's what I grew around and stuff. And actually they were cool, and because I used to be a gang member myself, so I know. So I talked about it before. I had mentioned this in the chat room and old boy chat room and stuff like that before. So yeah. And I mentioned in my book too. Go get my book. Go purchase my book called My Life as a Sinner Unto the Right Path. That's the name of it and stuff. I had not recently. I've been through the tough times of homelessness and stuff. You talk to a person been homeless off their own for years, since 2008 and stuff. And I still go through my struggles here and there as far as situation goes and shit like that. But at the same time, yeah, I've been on these streets. I slept on concrete. I slept on the grass, slept in woods. I slept on tents. I left from place to place. So I've been through this shit, because I've been away from my mama's house since I was 17 and stuff like that. Since I was 17 years old, I left my mama's place and never looked back. I came and visited her one or two times, and that was it. Before my mama passed away. Well, there was way before my mama passed away, like a couple years later. Well, yeah, a couple years later, almost down there a decade later, yeah, and stuff like that. I've been through the struggle. I had no jobs at the time. I kept getting laid off at jobs, back and forth, getting laid off at jobs and stuff. I had no money. I had no food. Sometimes I was starving a little bit. I had no food, but I don't want nobody to feel sorry for me or anything like that. I'm just telling my story. And I don't think I think I wrote on my porch. I don't think I wrote so much in that. Yeah, I did kind of wrote. I kind of wrote in my book about that, but I'm going into details on the radio show. I kind of wrote some sums about my life as being on these streets and stuff, and people steal your shit when you try to hide your shit and stuff. And this is way before I started doing. This way before I did books and poetry and stuff, and being an entrepreneur and stuff. Because I be everywhere and stuff like that. And so I had my ups and downs in life. I had girlfriends even when I was broke. Well, I had them anyway when I was broke. And then I was a bum at one time, so I understand the bum situation. I ain't had no clothes. I had cheap Goodwill clothes and stuff, and Maxway shoes, Bargain Town shoes. If you ever heard of that store called Bargain Town or Maxway, or your neck of the woods might call the Rosa Express and stuff like that. So I've been through the hoops and stuff for homelessness off and on for like 15 years. Then I stayed in the projects for with my mom and stuff for like a couple months. Then moved back with my dad and stuff. And my mom was back with my dad, but she wasn't married to him though. So she was just one of the girlfriends and stuff. So but plus he had more kids. My dad had more kids by my mom than all the other women he had been with and stuff. All the other women he been with and stuff. He had like 1 or 2 kids by the other ones, but he had four by my mom with my mama. He had got my mama pregnant 4 times, actually 5 and stuff. But I ain't gonna go in detail about that. But living in poverty. Going back and forth to stores, those stores. The store that had cheap ass snacks and food and shit, and cheap food, cheap snacks, cheap drinks and stuff. And being out here and stuff, I had I got a lot of incidents. I got nobody didn't care for me and stuff at times, except one of my exes and stuff. But and one of my I could say my other chicks and stuff. But that was at the time and stuff. And it seemed like I'm kind of like stuttering a little bit, because it ain't hard to talk about. It's just I trying to get the story right. Not a story. I'm trying to get my life right and stuff. And I don't want to miss anything. And it's like this. Then after that, I've been homeless. Then I got on my own. I was started out homeless, trying to hustle a little bit so I can eat every day and stuff. Then eventually, about a year or so later, I got me a place, and then I had me a vehicle and stuff. And then that didn't work out too long. And then I got back homeless again, and I stayed in shelter for a week or 2 because I couldn't stay in no shelter. And then it was cold outside and stuff like that. So it was cold outside, so I toughed it out until I hustled up and worked it. And then I ended up getting 2 tiny houses. At the first tiny house I stayed like 6 months. Then my second tiny house I only stayed 3 months and stuff. And then I got laid off at this job called Golden Flake. It's a potato chip company. It's a potato chip company. And I think we'll go, Golden Flake. No, it wasn't Golden Flake. Yeah, it was Golden Flake. It was Golden Flake. Got laid off there. Then I got laid off at another job doing landscaping at the time. Then after that, I stayed in the project for like 7 more years. Then I had worked for construction for three of them years and stuff. Then I moved to the projects again. this time by myself, and then yeah, stayed there for like at least 7 years until I moved to Kansas City, Missouri, and then from there stayed there 8 months, and I stayed in I went to Colorado Springs, Colorado. Then I stayed there 4 years. Now I'm no longer in Colorado Springs, Colorado, but if you guess in one of my shows, I told you before where I'm at right now. So if you catch on to the show, if you listen to all my shows, you should know where I'm at right now. And I ain't gonna tell you it on the air, cause I already mentioned it before. Hey, I mentioned it last week. Yeah. Then I'm gonna stay at play now, but I move everywhere, so I don't be staying in my place all the time. I be going other places too sometimes. Yeah, I be going other places too sometimes. So I be going other places, then I stay over there sometimes, then I stay at my place sometimes. I'm in my place right now and stuff like that. And yeah. So yeah, hold on. Yeah, yeah, I was doing the damn thing. And a man that's so favored by Yahweh, I'm favored by Yahweh because the universe protects me and stuff. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, the universe protects me and stuff like that, because I could have been anywhere but being still homeless still and stuff. I still go to my old camping ground sometimes at my spot when I was homeless stuff. And I experienced the homeless a few times off and on, so I know how it is to be homeless and not have a home to go to. But I ain't bitch about and complain about saying why I'm in this situation. Nah, I did something about my situation. I went on there, try to give me some money, build up and stuff, and then got me somewhere to go. Sometimes it take 6 months, sometimes it take a year, sometimes in Colorado it take about 3 years to get yourself together, because you gotta have twice the income down there. You gotta make at least over $100,000 a year in Colorado. And I almost had the funds like that at one time. That was like a couple years ago. But now after this layoff, because I used to work I never told nobody this story. I used to work at the military base in Colorado called Fort Carson and stuff. I used to work at the military base doing electrician and shit, making decent money and stuff. And I can go back to the air base anytime if I want to. I kind of doing it currently, but that ain't the main thing. That's just a sometime thing. And yeah. And then they paying real decent. They paying a little real decent right now. And then I gotta spend time with my folks, my people that's that's spiritual in the real truth. That's about Yahweh, not the fake ones. I'm talking about the real ones. Not even the ones that confused, but they follow and they're trying to follow the Most High to the best of their ability. But yeah, yeah, damn, I forgot what I was about to say that quick. Yeah, like I said, the ones with real truth and stuff, that getting in this stuff, the 1/3 of Hebrews, the 1/3 of Israelites, and the 10% of Gentiles are all ethnicity and stuff. And people overseas, we got folks overseas. I got folks overseas listen to me. Yeah, they download the shows, matter of fact. I definitely got folks in America, but America be confused sometimes. But they download the shows and shit. I got about over 400 downloads right now. And within 4 months, damn, usually motherfuckers probably don't get no type of downloads, but I got 400 some downloads already, and I ain't been on speaker a year. I ain't been on speaker 6 months yet. I only been on here almost 4 months and stuff. I'm a rookie to this podcast radio show and stuff. I think I'm successful so far because people listening. They tuning in now. They just don't comment right away and stuff. They might don't know how to comment and stuff. You know, people just catching on to these type of shows and stuff. And just host up my Instagram and come listen to the show sometime. And some of my TikTokers and stuff. And stuff like that. I know they listen to me on my poetry and stuff because they write me about I do poetry too and stuff like that. For a motherfucker that got 134 followers, you can't tell me they ain't hearing us. Israel, you can't tell me they ain't hearing us. They are hearing us. They my poetry and I only got 135 followers. Oh Lord, here we go. YouTube star Savannah DeBrand announced death of daughter's dad at 29. That might be a hit. Let me see. Hold on just a second. Yeah, I'm talking about this homeless situation. It's popping up. Every time I do radio show, it's always some coming up, some popping up and shit. YouTube star Savannah DeBrand announced death of daughter's dad at 29. She must have did a blood sacrifice. YouTube star Savannah DeBrand shared some heartbreaking news in a post on Wednesday. The 29 revealed that her oldest daughter